my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much. If, like us, you were fast asleep and not taking in what the rest of the world was focused on, of course, the Grammys have happened and we need to catch up.
We do.
You were not up at 1 a.m, so I'm going to thank you for taking us through this.
Admittedly, but shout out to Puppet who really sacrificed some sleep to get this together. But also I've been catching up with all things to do with the Grammys. 67th Grammys absolutely came through blazing. I think now was the time that everybody got excited. I didn't mean to use the word blazing so frivolously, but we got to get into the first bit because they did honor LA. The LA fires, of course, have happened and rampaged Hollywood. And even the Grammy nominations were being put off until things were under control. But they did their part to really give back, right? So there were a couple of tributes to LA, just really encompassing the spirit of it. So Billie Eilish, for example, took to the stage and, you know, just celebrated everything that LA was about. Also, Dawes and John Legend contributed their little something to it. And then, of course, Trevor Noah, being the host, also, you know, spoke about the fact that small businesses need to be celebrated and just the health and love of LA still needs to be alive and well.
I love that because it's an ecosystem. It's not just the top tier of those stars.
Exactly.
It's supported by everyone that fills every position below that. But it's a massive place with a lot of people living there. It's not just about what you see in Tinseltown. There's a community that has been hit hard.
Even the homeless folks. I mean, there are homeless people everywhere. Everybody's been affected.
Literally, yeah.
We can't just talk about the 1%.
And I'm grateful that they're using this opportunity where there's a lot of eyes on to actually do something impactful. So
Just be
kudos.
normal,
Yeah,
just be a real person. Yeah.
Proud.
Shout out to
I'm
the
proud.
community. Yeah, it feels weird to
Weird
say.
feelings.
Well done, Fred.
But shout out to the community of LA for putting this all together.
Absolutely.
But let's focus on the Grammys, all right? Let's talk about the amazing Quincy Jones, R.I.P. to him. 91 years was celebrated on this earth. 28 Grammys is what this man walked away with.
Ridiculous.
So, of course, the tribute has to be really strong. And who better to bring in than one of my favorite artists, Janelle Monáe. She came through and performed a little something. Michael Jackson's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, which, of course, Quincy Jones had his hand in that. And then also we had Stevie Wonder singing the song We Are the World. That was
They must have worked together
beautiful.
so many times
So many
over their
times.
respective careers.
There's this documentary on Netflix about Quincy Jones that just gave me such a bright insight into his life. And I respected him before, but after
He's the
that,
man, yeah.
he is the man.
He was the man, is the man,
Will remain
be
the man.
It's crazy though that they made a lot of this music so long ago, but yet the impact is still so profound.
It's the framework.
today.
Yeah, it's the framework
Timeless.
that artists still playing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful
The samples being used even to this day. And what's really great is that, I don't know if you'll remember, but in 2022, that was the last time we publicly saw Will Smith on a stage because the stunt that he pulled was
long ago.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and this was his first return.
Oh, I was going to say, when is probation over? 'Cause I've noticed his voice has popped
3
up in
years
some
later.
animated films quite a lot. Okay, so I suppose this is the animated film. I love him to bits. He made an absolutely ridiculous, silly mistake in that space. Just ridiculous is the only way to describe it. But what he has represented, the career that he's had.
Exactly.
Fresh Prince Till I Die, man. I absolutely love him. So I'm glad that he has found his way back into.
He has
into
crawled his
further.
way, dropped a couple of singles just to let you know, what Big Willie's still around. And he paid tribute to Quincy because I don't know if you know the story about Quincy Jones and the Fresh Prince, but Quincy actually made Will Smith audition in front of a bunch of people at a party, and that's how he landed the role.
That
What?
got him
And
the
so
gig.
that got him the gig that changed his life
That
forever.
literally is the reason why he is who he is today.
Literally. So he had to
Wow.
come through and pay tribute to the man that
Slap me
basically
across the
he
face.
owes.
You've just given me a fact about
Stop it, G.
Oh, man,
Come on.
I didn't know.
Okay, shall we get into the winners? That's what you all here
Yes.
for. Some really great accolades to go around. I mean, Sabrina Carpenter, we can talk about her. She won Best Pop Album for her Short and Sweet. Also, Best Pop Song for Expresso that we all loved. But how could I not even mention Beyonce? The Big P, the Big Queen.
She had a couple, like more than 10 or something.
The most
nominations, I think.
nominated. I'm telling you, 11 nominations. Before that was Lauryn Hill with 10. And she came through saying, not only am I the queen dominating, but I'm going on a world tour. And we're sitting here on our knees saying, please include South Africa.
Because we like country music. Now that Beyonce likes country, we've got a whole kind of country scene that's blowing up here. But can I just say, why does this surprise us? She was always going to be this artist of her generation. if anyone was going to break the kind of records that she is breaking right now,
Beyonce.
it would have to be her. And it's not just what she's done over this last year, which is amazing that she's still that
Absolutely.
within the industry. But you look at her body of work, what she's created. No one can touch
She has
her.
99 nods from the Grammys. She
Sure.
beat her husband. She's beaten everybody else. And yeah, I mean, what else can we expect from the Queen?
JB, a house husband now. He's just been chilling at home.
Jay-Z. Who's Jay-Z? We don't know. Okay, so speaking about hip-hop, rapper Kendrick Lamar, K-Dot, absolutely love him, also came through, and he, of course, dropped an album and dropped a single last year, kind of beefing with Drake a little bit, called Not
I
Like
love
Us.
that. I love the hype so much.
You've got to have beats, though.
It was a good one, though, man. And it got people on sides, and it got good music out of it, so I think everybody was here for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
was
like
too
the beef.
good. That won a Grammy. Speaking about Africa, Thames is on the African stage, and she also walked away with a Grammy there for Best African Music Award.
Brilliant.
She's also set to perform in Jersey very, very soon. I'm jealous because fly me out, Thames. I want to be front row. I would love to see her performing. She's so
Emceeing
good.
those kind of shows is your thing,
Casual,
man. It's just
casual.
your
Now,
vibe.
put it out there.
Waiting.
Put it out there.
My number 0 to... Let's get into one of my favorite artists right now. Guys, I can't even describe how much I've been enjoying her journey to fame and to success. It's one of those people that you're like, we made the right people famous.
Yeah.
Her name's Doechii.
Okay.
It's a name to remember. Around the TikTok 2020 era, she came out. And then since then, 5 years later, she's won her first Grammy.
Yo.
And she has just won a Grammy also for a track that, or was it best? Becoming, the best rap album. So she dropped an album, but also dropped a single that just garnered so many views. It didn't even have a proper setup of a song. It was about 2 minutes long, and people just lost their minds. So it just shows you that you can just bring yourself to the table, and people
It's
will
kind
love
of a
it.
coming of age for the TikTok platform, because as much as we'd love to skirt around the fact that all music is now half the length that it used to be, but there's a reason why these algorithms are dominating at the moment. So give it its place.
Yeah.
Give it its place.
And look where it gets you. Congratulations to Doechii, all the other winners, the nominees too, and everybody that made this possible and brought us entertainment news. It doesn't end here though. We got to get into the fails and the fabs in just a bit.
The house on the head.
Only